So if you watch the previous video, I created all the leaves with the pen tool from scratch. But if you wanted to be more efficient with your time, then in the future, you'll probably just want to create one of these leaves and then duplicate them once you've, of course, mastered using the pen tool. So I'm just going to delete all of the leaves that I don't need in here. So I'm just going to click and hold down the mouse with the selection tool active and drag across, well, all of that artwork really. I don't want to select the tree trunk, so I'm going to hover my cursor over the black path of the tree trunk in there. It has to be the pointy end of your cursor over the black portion of the path in there. Hold down the Shift key and Shift and left click to deselect the tree trunk from the selection. And then I will hover over and Shift and left click on that leaf there. That should leave me with just the remaining leaves. If I hit the backspace key, I can delete them. Now, if I just pick up my zoom tool and zoom in a little bit closer, switch back to my selection tool and then hover over here, and it might be easier if you wish to select that now and then change the colors, because it's going to make it much, much easier if there's a fill color inside. If I try and click in the middle there, because there's no color, it was set to none when we drew it with a pen tool, so it deselects. So if I hover over the black edge of the path of the stroke and left click to select it, we could go to the fill and then we could choose a green in there, press return. And then if you wish to keep the stroke on there, you can do it. You can remove it if you wish. I'm going to leave it on just to differentiate between the two. And then I'm going to hover my cursor over that path, hold down the Alt key to get the duplicate symbol, and then we keep that held down, Alt or Option, click and drag. Notice where I'm dragging the next leaf duplicate to. I'm going to let go of the mouse and then the Alt or the Option key. I've tried to drag that leaf so it's centered over the next pencil sketch leaf, because that way, all that you have to do is hover your cursor on the outside of the bounding box to get the rotate symbol, and then you click and hold down the mouse and drag around in a clockwise fashion to rotate it into place. So it saves you having to duplicate, rotate, move, and a little bit more of that back and forth. It will save you that. I hold down the space bar just to pan, and then hold down the Alt key, Alt click and drag, and actually that's at the same angle. So again, hold down the Alt key, Alt click and drag, and that one needs a slight tweak. So I'm going to let go of the mouse, let go of the key on the keyboard, and then just spin that around a little bit. And you might notice that this one here, if I select it, if I hold down the Alt key or the Option key on the Mac and click and drag, that one's at the same angle. So I'll speed up the rest of the video because I think we're kind of getting the gist of this now. And so there we go. At the moment, as you're learning the pen tool, of course, practicing and having a go at drawing all the leaves may well be beneficial. In fact, I'm pretty certain it will be, just to get used to how that pen tool works. But, once you feel you're confident with the pen tool in the future, you'll probably find that it doesn't make any sense to draw all of those leaves from scratch. That's the tree almost done. We've got the canopy to make next.